Back in the early 90s, an era when many recruitment companies were distinctly dodgy, a young Mark Denton, yes, he was young once, started Zenith, a recruitment company with a difference. It would be underpinned by integrity. It would do things the right way, not just by being honest in its dealings, but also by delivering what it promised. This core operating value, the light in the founder's eye, was driven by Mark's upbringing in a principled but cash-strapped middle-class home in 1970s Coventry. There he learned from his Yorkshire father that there's nothing that you can't do, but you don't get out for nout. In other words, if you want something, you need to do an honest day's work to get it. Integrity wasn't the only core value underpinning the new company. It wanted to do things differently. Innovation was therefore a key value, a fact reflected in its approach to advertising. Zenith was the first recruitment company in the sector to use colour, and the first to use stories instead of the usual standard advertisements. It was prepared to take chances too, with the use of outrageous themes to attract attention. It was a case of let's do it and ask questions afterwards. A courageous attitude, which along with integrity, drove the fledgling company to sue a major PLC and win. Back then, computer networking wasn't so simple, but Zenith invested in the best technology systems to help them be more effective. At times, though, Zenith were too leading edge, and what they thought would lead to advanced capability, in fact, left Zenith vulnerable. They were in a technology race, and by being brave, this also meant things often broke. Time was spent on fixing. Zenith was about fun too. An important belief was that since you spend a large part of your life working, it should be enjoyable. The atmosphere was therefore happy and friendly, more like a family than a company. That said, it could be hairy. At one point, if Mark hadn't used his credit card to get a new printer, the company would have had to close down. A stressful incident for everyone, and one that suggested that change was necessary. As the new millennium approached, change was in the air. The internet was taking off, and suddenly there were companies called Zenith appearing everywhere. It was time for a rebrand, and Zenith became ZENOPA. With the new name came a more fundamental change. Even though ZENOPA shared the same values as its predecessor, the company was now run much more like a proper business with financial controls to match. As a result, it began to grow and prosper. The growth in employee numbers highlighted the need for good management. It was no longer enough for the company to revolve around Mark. He had to abandon the belief that success depended on him doing everything, and welcome the idea that colleagues were often able to do things better than he could. If people were to stay and grow, they needed recognition, opportunity, and empowerment. The culture had to become team-focused, and so another transformation began. Throughout all this, the core values have remained intact. Integrity, innovation, courageousness, and fun remain central to the ZENOPA identity and are the basis for future success. Today, within the UK small companies grouping, ZENOPA is one of the top 20 great places to work. However, like all small and medium-sized companies, in a time of unprecedented change, ZENOPA remains a work in progress. It must continue to do the right things and deliver. At the same time, it must be creative in its thinking and reinvent itself to meet new challenges. This will take courage and innovation, but getting it right will deliver the satisfaction that can make work so enjoyable and fulfilling. It's been a great ride, and we look forward to an even better future.